Tanya Gildersleeve. So I am giving an update on my experience here at Stony the Road Institute. We are currently in week 3, and we've visited Selma, Montgomery, Tuskegee, Lowndes County, and really we've done the Selma to Montgomery Trail. So we followed the marchers who protested walking to the Capitol, going across the Edmund Pettus Bridge. So we've traveled the whole trail through Lowndes County on Highway 80. We've stopped at Viola Liuzzo's marker where she was shot down and killed, bringing protesters or marchers back to Montgomery. And so we've had the awesome privilege of actually walking and riding along and seeing, the area, the surrounding area. We've stepped into Mrs. Harris's home where freedom riders were, discussing their next steps after they were beaten at the Greyhound bus station in Montgomery. And so just being able to walk in the same path as these heroes, that caused this catalyst, that were a catalyst to cause change for America, not just us Black citizens in the South, in Montgomery and Alabama, but they were a catalyst for change for the whole United States. My personal journey, being a person from Birmingham, Alabama, and just understanding, growing up in the 80s and having the remnants of the changes, wondering how much did really change. Yes, the laws changed. Yes, I was able to go into the front door of any restaurant, front door of Woolworths. I remember going in, malls, and so those things were not kept from me. But mentally, where was I as far as being free? I remember driving to a 5-way stop when I was 4, 5 years old, and actually seeing men in hoods, and didn't understand who they were, but I remember my mom telling me, don't look at, keep looking straight. Didn't understand what the fear was about. Don't think you knew things were the way they were. There's a mall we would go to, there was a Woolworth counter, and there was a lunch counter there. And you saw pictures of, hot dogs and fries and lemon pies, and, oh, they look good. Can we stop and get one? And the answer was always, no, we have food at home. No, we have food at home. And not understanding until, growing up and hearing history, not just from school, but from family, it wasn't a comfortable place for Blacks to be in Alabama. And so understanding the freedoms that I have been afforded just in my mind, not physical freedoms of going places, but, understanding things the way they were, the mindsets of the way they were, for a reason. They were for protection. But there's a time now where we should be free to be open and say things that we need to in order to establish our place here in this city, this state, this country, being able to share the dark, sordid past of things like convict labor and the fact that the state of Alabama has benefited financially. There are families here in this city of Birmingham who have financially benefited for generations off the labor of people who were innocently kidnapped and taken in to provide labor for these, corporations. And so, yes, there's going to have to be an answer, and we leave that to, our higher power. But it should be taught, it should be talked about, it should be shown. There should be emotion around it. And if those emotions evoke change, then so be it. So my purpose in going forward is to share the truth and personally to continue to free myself of those things that have binded me in my mind as far as how far I can go in life or personally, because of just that being inhibited of thinking only so far.